an update, but not a lot has really changed from the last video that I did. The last video was my 35-week update, so I'm currently 38 weeks and 5 days pregnant today. So I'm just going to fill you in on what's happened between 36 to 38 weeks on. I've had a scan since I last did a video. I've been to my birthing class, my breastfeeding class, and I've had 2 midwife appointments. So let's get started. First, I'll talk about my whooping cough vaccination. I did have that when I was about 36.5 weeks pregnant, I think. I was meant to have it a lot earlier, but there was a delay in them getting the letter to me to tell me that I needed it, and then they had to cancel the appointment and I had to rearrange. So anyway, that was all fine. Injection was obviously just an injection. It just goes in the top of your arm. Had a little bit of a bruise for a few days on my arm, was quite painful, but no other symptoms from that, so everything is a-okay there. When I turned 36 weeks pregnant on the Friday, the day I turned 36 weeks pregnant, I had a scan at the hospital. That was just to check the baby's growth and to make sure that everything was okay and that he wasn't too big or too small, and everything was absolutely fine with that. He was still measuring exactly where he should be. He was measuring the 50th percentile in everything, in head circumference, weight, height, absolutely everything. So he is perfect, he's right on track, so they're not concerned about his weight, they're not concerned about his growth or anything, so that's really good news. They did give me an estimate on weight, and at 36 weeks exactly, he was measuring about 6.17 pounds or something like that, so approximately 6.2 pounds. But those measurements and those weight estimates can be off by 2 pounds, so he could have been as light as 4 pounds, but he could have been as heavy as 8. I'm hoping he wasn't 8 pounds at 36 weeks, but you know, just kind of a guideline. They do say that just to cover themselves, that those weight estimates 6.2 pounds is exactly average for 36 weeks. Next thing to update you on is the birth class. Me and Johnny went to the birth class one Saturday morning held at the hospital. It wasn't held by my team of midwives, it was held by another team of midwives, but it was still all the same information and the same stuff that they talked about, so we went along to that. They talked through kind of the process of labour and what happens when you think you're in labour, when you should ring, and the procedures that they follow at that hospital in particular, so that was quite nice to know. That was good information to be given, so I know kind of the process from when I need to ring, what happens when I first get to the hospital, the kind of the checks that they do and what they expect and what I should expect from them, so that was really handy to know. They also talk through the tools and things that can be used during labour, like the forceps, the ventouse vacuum, how they break your waters, all the things that can happen and potentially happen in my labour, so that was really good information to have as well. And we got to have a look at the tools and have a feel of, you know, of the hook that they use to break your waters. We all had a look at that. And they talked about some of the complications. They showed us around the birth pool, which was really good as well. So we've had a look in there. They showed us around one of the delivery rooms. So it was really, really good. I'm pleased that we went. It was very like a hands-on class, so there was a lot of information to be given, but it was really good. And the midwife that ran it was really, really lovely, and she made everybody feel at ease. There was quite a lot of people there, so we all left with big smiles on our faces, which was good. I went to my breastfeeding class as well, which was good. Johnny came along to that as well, and we got some information. I was pretty clued up on breastfeeding anyway, because I've done a lot of research and obviously watched a lot of videos on YouTube. So I kind of did have a lot of the information already, but it was really good to go and talk to some other pregnant women, and you know, we got to talk about things that we're worried about, and there was a few things that came up that I didn't know, so I'm really pleased. I'm just going to go back a couple of weeks. I'll just go back to my 36-week midwife appointment. The baby is, you know, at that appointment was fine, no complications. His heartbeat was fine, my blood pressure was fine, my urine was fine, everything was a-okay. She did have a feel, obviously she does have a feel of my tummy every time I go in, and she said that he is starting to drop down in the right direction. And his heart rate at that appointment was 148 beats per minute, so that's right on track. She said everything looked a-okay. Yesterday I had my 38-week midwife appointment. I haven't said already, my midwife appointments are slightly later on in the week, so my weeks turn over on Friday and my appointments aren't until the following Tuesday. So I'm always plus 4 days from the appointment that I have. So I was 38 weeks and 4 days yesterday when I had my 38-week appointment. Again, baby is measuring fine, my heart rate is fine, baby's heart rate is fine, urine was okay, still quite dark in colour, but no other signs of any infections or anything like that, so she was happy. There was no protein or anything. We did talk about my next appointment, because at my next appointment I'll be 40 weeks and 4 days pregnant, and obviously past my due date, so we have discussed a membrane sweep next time I'm in, which will be, due date's the 1st of July, so my appointment will be the 5th of July. So I do plan on having a membrane sweep then, so that'll be 40 weeks and 4 days pregnant. Obviously I can update you in the meantime if anything happens, but that is the plan. So 40 weeks and 4 days have a membrane sweep, and then 40 weeks and 10 days pregnant I will be sent in for an induction in the hospital if I don't go into labour before then. So I'll just talk about some of the symptoms that I've been having. Sleep is still relatively bad. I don't sleep right the way through the night. I'm up several times in the night to go to the bathroom. I'm still pretty uncomfortable. Obviously that's just expected at this stage, you know, this late stage in the pregnancy. I don't have much difficulty getting to sleep. I can fall asleep no problem, but it's staying asleep. I do only get 2 or 3 hours solid sleep, and then I'm awake, and then it takes me a couple of hours to get back to sleep, so broken sleep again, but that's, you know, just to be expected. I'm having quite a lot of cramps recently, which I spoke to my midwife about, and again is completely normal for you know, this far along in the pregnancy. A lot of like period-like cramps, quite low down, accompanied with Braxton Hicks all the time. You know, it's getting to a point where every Braxton Hicks, every practice contraction that I get, I'm like, oh, is this it? And it you know, so far it hasn't been, but I do get quite a lot of contractions, which are all good signs. It means that everything's kind of going along the right track. So we welcome those contractions, as uncomfortable as they are. I do get quite a lot of shooting pain. I believe it's called lightning crotch. I've heard a lot of people refer to it as lightning crotch. But yes, I get that. I get a lot of like shooting pains through my groin and into the bottom of my stomach and the bottom of my uterus. So that's fun. Other than that, I've not really had any symptoms. I'm not having any cravings or anything anymore. Just trying to eat as, you know, as well as I possibly can, and drink plenty of fluids to keep myself hydrated. Yeah, not much else to tell really for 38 weeks. I'm not too sure if I'll do a 39-week update now, or if I'll just do kind of another update when something happens, or if nothing happens, I'll do an update after my next midwife appointment, which will be obviously the 40 weeks and 4 days. So maybe let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see a 39-week video. I will do one. Please like this video if you did. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, because obviously it's only a few more weeks, well, a few more days to go before this baby is hopefully going to be here. So there's going to be plenty more videos to come, plenty more to update you on. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.